Spurs fans, it's your boy Deji Spurs. My back in the building. Onome is looking bewildered. He's looking perplexed. He's looking petrified. And you should be, because you're playing my club this weekend in the building. For those who are already locked on, please smash the like. For those watching later, smash the like. Whatever you do, smash a like. I'm back and I feel good. Onome, how are you feeling, my bro?
I'm loving the hype. It seems like I met you mid conversation, like we didn't just start the stream together. Like I'm like, whoa, okay, let me wake up. What the hell?
When I see the people, I get a bit excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you saw me earlier, I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie. I was bored. This international break is as dusty as Tutankhamun's coffin, bro. And I just want to touch on the international break, bro, because I don't know about you, I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of how they set it up. And I've actually got two suggestions. So first and foremost, the Nations League is a disgrace of a competition. For those that are watching it, that work at UEFA, go and tell your boss, man, or FIFA, go and tell them that the Nations League is whack, it's rubbish. What should happen is that I would rather that we have a European or world competition where everyone's involved and you just do knockouts. Then it means something. You know it don't mean nothing when you've got players, 9 players pulling out, because it don't make sense when they've got big games. And these players, they're not robots. They're human beings. Do you get what I'm saying? So they're playing too many games. Or a friend of mine suggested, big up to Iago in the building, that what we could also have for the Nations League is, you know, the players in the Championship. So they're not Premier League players, they're Championship and below. This is their opportunity to represent their country. Do you get what I'm saying? So we don't have to burn out the Premier League stars. And to be honest, you can be a Championship player and never play for your country. That's a madness. And Championship is not a bad level of football, you know. And even then, if you're in the lower echelons of the Premier League, you know, how likely is it that Bournemouth is going to have a player that plays for England while at Bournemouth? How likely is it that you're going to have a Leicester player play for England while they're at the bottom of the league? So for me, I need to see a shift because I'm not really feeling what I'm seeing. But Onome, you're a football guy. You've played football. You still play. Do you agree? Am I defending the undefensible? What is going on? I just want to get your opinion quickly on the Nations League.
To be fair, I since that Nations League started, I don't think I've even watched the game. To be honest, I don't really follow international football. I just use that time to just switch off football. To be honest, I don't follow international football. I don't even know how it works. I don't know the system. I couldn't care less if I tried, to be honest. But yeah, obviously you said about Championship players never playing for England. So I mean, the country's got an opportunity to call whoever they want to call. You know, obviously 9 players pulling out. I think out of those 9 players, though, there were genuine injuries. I don't think Phil Foden was injured, and I don't think Cole Palmer was injured. I think that's the only 2. But everybody else was justified. Bukayo came off during this game. Rice came off. You know, Grealish hasn't played for 7 games. It's crazy that they even called him. Do you know what I mean? So I think out of the 9 players, everybody else was injured. Braithwaite, whatever his name is, I don't think he would have turned down an opportunity to play for England just to play for Everton. So he was genuinely injured. So, you know, it just so happened that there were so many players injured at the time. But from my understanding, I would guess that Phil Foden was fit. And who's the other one?
Well, Pep told him put your club before country, I guess.
No, I don't. I can't speculate. I can't be saying stuff that I don't know about. But what I know is that he played 90 minutes. He played 90 minutes the game before, and Cole Palmer played 90 minutes the game before. So, you know, with all the injuries going on at City and stuff, you know, I was quite happy for our players to kick back and and sit down. I wish Haaland never went, but I'm kind of glad that he did, because he went away and he picked up form. He scored about 4 goals or 5 goals or something. So he picked up form. So it's like, okay, he came back. He came back not injured. So that's great. You know, he's going to be looking to fire. But I don't really follow international football too tough, to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. And big up to everyone that's locked in, locked on. Jay Greens, I swear, this brother right here, all he does is upset me. Every bloody stream, football is a humbler. And this brother has become right. I'm not going to lie. I've been humbled. I'm not shaking my bum from my club. I'm not talking domination in the location. Far from it. Right now, I'm talking the treble. And I'll be explaining what I mean by the treble. But big up to everyone that's locked in, locked on. T. Wilson says
the treble for who? The treble for Spurs? Oh,
well,
Man
I'm going to
City.
get into that, my guy. I'm going to get into it. I want to start off with your club, Plymouth, and then I want to deal with my club as well.
Plymouth.
So Onomir, me and you, we talk from time to time, and I want to just bring you up to speed. And I don't want any lies from you, and I know you to be a legit guy, so I'm not expecting any rubbish coming out of your mouth this evening. The truth is, my bro, is that you man have been in a decline for a minute. Last season, you won the league without playing well. Let's be real. You can't sit there on that sofa and tell me you were genuinely happy with Plymouth's performance last season. But
Plymouth.
You
keep saying Plymouth.
Oh, sorry. That's a Freudian slip. And the reason why I keep saying Plymouth is because your owners literally closed their eyes and they pointed at the map, and it just so happened that they pointed at Manchester. You know, you wouldn't be here if their finger slipped slightly south. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you could have easily been Plymouth, in my opinion.
I don't know what luck you have in your team that they didn't went at Spurs.
Let's be real. Had their finger slipped, you wouldn't be streaming, because Man City wouldn't be in the Prem.
Let's talk serious topics. You're going decades. You're going decades ago now. Like, get over that. That's already done.
You would still be at Main Road. Just know that Sean Goater would be your manager. I'm just being real.
That's already done. You're talking decades now. Let's get with the times. This is 2024. You know what I mean? This is 2024. Let's get with the times. This is after 4 in a row. You're trying to disrespect the thing. This is 4 in a row. You know, this is loads of trophies. This is Champions League. Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
I'm talking football. All right. So for me, you guys weren't convincing last season. So far this season, you ain't been convincing. However, I would argue this is what you do. And we are expecting you guys to come good now. What I want to hear from you as a legit City fan, do you agree that you were as dusty as Tutankhamun last season, but you managed to get it over the line? And so far, you've carried that same dusty form into this season. That's what I want to hear from you.
If you call it dusty, right, what does that say about the rest of the league? That means
No, I don't want the political answer.
I'm answering your question.
We're dealing with your club. Do you accept that you man were dusty last season? By your own,
at all. I cannot call a team that just won 4 in a row dusty. Something that nobody has ever done in this country. You cannot call it dusty. What I'm saying to you is, if you guys class it as dusty, what does that say about the rest of the league? What does that say about where Spurs finished or where
with your team? Maybe you weren't up to scratch by your standards. You weren't purring. You weren't. Were you?
We're obviously playing against Man City. Is obviously playing against Man City standard. That's what you mean, right? If you're saying,
let's be real.
If we created our own standards, so if you're saying, according to our high standards, last season wasn't as high as our high standards, say the treble season, for example, then yes, but we're not comparing it to anybody else, are we? We're comparing it to Man City. Do you understand what I'm saying? I seem to remember a season where we won both the FA Cup and the league, and we had to pick a team to come and play against us. We could have easily played Man City v Man City. If that's the standard you're talking about, then
All
yes,
right.
maybe last season wasn't as
Okay.
high as that
All right.
standard.
Okay. I'll take that. Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
that was 4 in a row. Nobody's ever done that before. That was a team that is now oiled to just win games. We just
Okay.
turn up now and we win games and we win trophies. We guaranteed 2 trophies every season. Last season, we didn't get the 2 trophies, but we got to the final of the FA Cup. But we are guaranteed 2 trophies every season that we turn up for.
Okay. So now can you? All right. So I'm gonna obviously the political landscape of the world has changed. We won't know the true impacts of that until next year. And I've noticed that since the last time we've spoke, you've got more political in your answers. So I accept that I'm not going to get a straight answer from you this evening, but I will try. How have you been this year? Is it a fair argument to say that you've carried on that same form from last season into this season? And I'm using my eyes here, not the results, because I know what you're going to do with your little political.
So if everybody could see what my name says, it says 27 games to go. 27 games to play. This is the thing about people. People are watching us and they're comparing us to us. It's crazy. There is still 27 games to play. Now, what I want to point out is this: if we have been poor this season, as you call it, or as you guys want to call it, right? We lost 4 in a row. Yes, it's not something I've not done before. Blah 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 blah. Liverpool are five.
No one's done the 4P, but you guys also took 4 L's.
That's counting, bro. That's counting. Liverpool are 5 points clear. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
The next team to us, I believe, is Arsenal or Nottingham Forest, and we're 4 points above them. 4 points above Arsenal. What does that say about the rest of the teams? Then how bad have they been? If we are 4 points above, where is Spurs? If we're about 7 or 8 points above Spurs, and obviously increasing the gap this weekend to about 10 points, what does that say about you guys? So you're comparing us to us. It's ridiculous. You should be trying to compare us to the rest of the man them. And if you are comparing us to the rest of the man them, we are superior.
So I can see that you're not happy with my line of questioning. And I totally get that. And you were unprepared for this evening, and I was.
I'm very prepared. I got all the answers for you.
What I will say, and I think is absolutely shameless of you to be saying this. The truth of the matter is, I'm not happy with Tottenham, and we're going to get onto Tottenham in a moment. Do you get what I'm saying? The truth is, everyone's been crap but Liverpool. So you can't sit here and tell me you're happy being second and blah, blah, blah. 2 wrongs don't make it right. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You've not been great. And yes, the other teams have been worse. But what I am saying, bro, is that I'm suggesting that there's chinks in your armor. You're not rebuffing that at the moment. I'm suggesting, and the other thing that I also want to let you know that what I'm trying to do tonight, and I think I'm succeeding, is I'm not here giving you man the title. I think you man are done out here like boys to men. Yeah, I think it's the end of the road. To the end of the road.
I'll come back with that.
End of the road. Because last season you man hit the iceberg, and the water was coming in from the bottom, but you thought it was just a little knock. You didn't know water was coming in. I think this season the water comes in. And it explains why Pep probably extended his contract. Pep's extended his contract because he knows he's not going to win anything this season. And so therefore, he's going to try and leave on a high at the end of next season if he wins something. That's the theory. Because if not, Pep would have left on a high. But I think he's thinking, rah, things that are so dusty, man ain't going to leave on a high, and that's going to taint my legacy.
If you know Pep very well, you know that it's not a matter of leaving on a high. He doesn't care about leaving on a high. If he feels it, he will sign it, right? And he signed it, right? He signed a 2-year deal, which has obviously shocked all of you because all of you are thinking, "Ha, Pep's leaving. It's our chance. It's our chance. It's our chance." Well, guess what?
Why is he staying though? Why would he stay? Why do you think
Because he
next
loves the
season?
club. He's done 9 years. Next year is going to make it 10. He loves the club, right? This is his longest club, right? He owns a restaurant in Manchester, right? He owns, you know what I mean? So that's by the by, right? If Pep wants to stay, he stays. Pep has got a open contract where he writes the dates on. I mean, he's earned that. He writes the date on when he wants to stay and say, okay, you know what? Everyone is expecting him to stay for 1 year, and he's like, I think it's 2 year deal. My thing is, like Pep said, Pep was like, well, he's been here 8 years?
Yeah.
He's won six Premier Leagues, right? He's won 6 Premier Leagues. Next this year, obviously, this year will determine whether he's winning seven
You
out of
think
nine or
you think you can win the Prem the way that you
this,
based on the way
this,
that you
this
man.
season.
Yeah.
This season.
Yeah.
How on earth would anybody write off Manchester City, my club, with 27 games to go? I couldn't care less. And listen, let me tell you this. I couldn't care less. Let me tell you this. I couldn't care less how we're playing. Am I happy with what we're playing? Of course not. I'm not used to this feeling. Listen, I'm not used to this feeling. I'm not used to losing football games. It destroys my weekend. You know what I mean? If we lose on a Saturday, for example, I hear and see or nothing to do with football. I don't go on BBC Sport, nothing for the whole weekend. And that rarely happens. And it's happened 4 weekends in a row now. So it's like, this is a new territory for me, right? But my thing is, right, you cannot rule us out because we've got so many injuries. When these players come back, and this is why a lot of players sat back in the internationals and go, you know what? We'll chill on this one. We'll chill on this one. So now you're about to get to the second half of the season or when the international break finishes. And you're going to have a fully fit Kevin De Bruyne because he's actually been fit for the last 3 games, but he's just been obviously coming up. Now you're going to have a fully fit Kevin De Bruyne ready to start. A fully fit Kevin De Bruyne ready to start creates that chance, that 1 chance, that 2 chances, that 3 chances, right? That kills teams off, right? You're going to have our defenders back. You're going to have, Doku will probably come back. So we're going to have our players back and they're going to be fired up. Now, you're saying all this stuff and everyone's, saying all this stuff, right? A win against Spurs, as expected at the weekend, because we haven't lost for 2 years at the Etihad. So don't kid yourself and think you're coming to win at the Etihad. Please don't be delusional. You cannot win at the Etihad.
But do you accept that Tottenham is your bogey team? Do you accept that?
No, you're not, because when it mattered the most, Son missed that chance and we won the league. Hold on. When it mattered the most, the keeper saves it. We win 2-0 at your ground, right? And we win the league. When it mattered the most, you couldn't do nothing about it. So I don't want to hear no bogey, nothing, right? You're coming to the Etihad, you're gonna get whooped, right? You're gonna get beaten, and then we're gonna move to Liverpool. Now that for me is the crucial game, right? Say we win this weekend, Liverpool win this weekend. That game determines a lot, right? If Liverpool beat us at Anfield, they go 8 points clear, and it will look a bit because there is still a lot of games to go, and we're still going to drop points, right? But we beat Liverpool with 2 points behind because I'm not even counting the Spurs game. We've won that already. That's not even a question.
Can I ask you a question legitly?
Yes, sir. You can ask.
You're shaking your bum. You're speaking to
rightly so
a Tottenham fan, not a Arsenal fan. Yeah, and you know that we went to I'm looking at the injury list. Tottenham, we have no centre backs for this game this weekend. You've got a number of injuries. We're the same team that knocked you out of the Carabao Cup. Have to sit down and have some respect for yourself. But also,
Carabao Cup that we don't care about, that we play kids. You knocked out our kids and you sweated towards the end to knock out our kids.
Listen, we came to your gaff last season with your full squad. We played Emerson Royale and Ben Davis at centre-back, and we walked away with a draw. So, I look forward to playing your club. If anyone can stop you, it's Spurs. And let's say, in the unlikely event, even though I think the bookies have Spurs to win, by the way. That's how dusty they see.
They're wasting money, man.
If you guys were to lose to Spurs this weekend, is that it?
No.
So you still think you can come back and win the league, even if you lose to Spurs this weekend?
With 26 games to go. Have you guys not learned anything in the last 4 years? or in the last 10 years, or at the Aguero moment, the Gundogan last. Have you guys not learned anything at all?
You've never looked this bad. You look terrible, bro. Your team looks shocking. You've never taken 4 L's. You might take 4 L's across the season, but you don't take 4 L's on the trot. Maybe 5 L's by this weekend.
Okay, this is where a lot of people don't understand this, right? If you go back to the previous seasons and stuff, when they go, oh yeah, City don't start well. At this stage of the season, we don't have these amounts of points normally.
Comment from the assembled. Read that comment.
I mean, this is a funny season that don't normally happen. Hasn't
been happening so far. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't be going here using history like you're some sort of lawyer or historian. It's changed, bro. And I'm saying you,
what's changed? What's changed? Erling Haaland still Erling Haaland. What's changed?
Right, he's not banging really in the Prem.
Well, he's got 11 goals this season. He's still top goal scorer.
Yeah, but again,
he's got 11 goals. 11 goals in 11 games.
Foden ain't been on form. Doku ain't been on form. Grealish doesn't even get a sniff. Who is he? Fabinho, who is he? Nunes, who is he?
Sabino, who is he? Let me clear that up. Let me clear that one up. You ask Savino who is he. Go and ask Undoggy who Savino is. He'll tell you. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about as well. Yeah, go ask Undoggy who Savino is. He'll tell you.
I'm just saying. I'm not here giving you guys props that you guys haven't earned.
What I would say is that. Real talk.
Coming back? Have you got any players coming back this weekend?
Yeah, everyone's pretty much back. Everyone. We know. Diaz will be back. Kanji will be back. De Bruyne is obviously fully fit now. Ake is fully fit. Yeah, I mean, so pretty much everyone's back apart from Oscar Bob. Pretty much everyone's back.
Who's out then? So it's just Rodri.
I think Rodri is out. Rodri and Oscar Bob. I think maybe Doku might just be getting back, but Grealish should be back. Like everyone should be back. This is the thing. Everyone should be back.
Okay.
Everyone should be back, and you start to see it cooking. I will say in all honesty, right? Do I expect us to do 5 in a row? Not likely, right?
We never thought you were gonna do 4 in a row, so don't get it twisted.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm saying like it is obviously extremely difficult. Am I happy that is Liverpool we are up against? No, I'm not, because I've always got that respect for Liverpool.
You've got a thing for Liverpool, man. You shake your bum for them too much.
I don't shake my bum for them at all. I just know I don't shake my bum for them. I don't shake my bum for them because when they chase you 5 years in a row, when you've had a headache, when you're there and you are going back and listen, that season when we won 15 games in a row and they won 14 in a row and the only one they lost was against us. You've got to fear. I know you haven't been in a situation like that. Nobody else has been in a situation like that. But when you come against something like that, you've got to, have one eye out and really look and go, boy, that team there. And they still retain most of those players anyway. The backline is still the backline, the front three is still the front three, and the keeper is still the keeper. It's just a midfield of change, which they've done very well. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always going to put some respect on their name. Have I got any respect to put on Arsenal's name? No, I'm not. If it was up against Arsenal 5 points clear, everyone will be like, yeah, we'll catch them. I won't be worried. But with Liverpool, teams fear them as well. Do you know what I mean? Teams fear them. At Anfield, they've made Anfield a fortress. Like people can't. You don't just walk into Anfield. Teams fear them. Teams fear Liverpool. Teams fear Liverpool. You can't deny that. Yeah. You can't deny that. I mean, you cannot deny that teams fear Liverpool as well. At Anfield,
they've been looking legit. I'm not going to lie to you.
They've been looking legit, and at Anfield as well. It's like, okay, you're going to Anfield. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a difficult one. You know what I mean? Not a lot of teams picking up points. So when your home game is your home stadium is like that for you, then it's you know what I mean? Yeah. You can't be getting beat by at Ipswich at home, and you want to call it a fortress. So that's unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's before we get into Tottenham, because I do want to get your view on Tottenham. We've got a couple of comments here, and I don't want you to be offended at all. So SD Football, big up to you. He's saying you're a fake trophy chasing City fan. And then Saka's older brother, like legitly, this is Saka's older brother. He says, "Did you ask him why he started supporting City and when? Do you want to take that?
That,
I mean,
that's not Saka's older brother because I know him anyway. But it's
yeah.
cool. That's not his older brother. Yeah, that's not his older brother. So that's not legit older brother. So cool. He doesn't come on streams and he doesn't come on streams. So don't kill the kid over here. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah,
I
Saka's older
don't I
brother.
don't answer such questions anymore because we've got to now go back. Like I said to Deji earlier on when he's talking about Plymouth and they picked on this and this. We've got to go decades back now. Like those questions were legit back in 2010. Like, how old are you now, bro? Them questions are not legit anymore. Like, forget them
I mean, you're
questions.
right. I mean, I don't want to go back and because if that guy who owns your club, it had his fingers slipped. I mean, it could have easily been Plymouth. But we won't go back over something that didn't happen. You are here, and his finger didn't slip, and so you're fortunate enough to be here. He says, "I have Saka's older brother on speed dial. It's really him." SD Football is saying that. Big up to everyone that's got Saka's number. You know, everyone seems to know Saka but me. What's going on? Do you know what I'm saying?
Deji, I will text you. I will text you tonight, right? I will come up to you. I will text you tonight, and I will confirm whether it's him or not because I will ask him.
And then Saka's older brother said, "Yo, bro, it's me, Arts at SD." I mean, bro.
Okay. If it's really him, tell him to name where I play football on a Saturday when I'm in London. Tell me where I play football on a Saturday when I'm in London. Just call the area. Tell me the area I play football on a Saturday when I'm in London.
If you know the area, then he will know if you guys are legitimately connected. All right, moving forward though. Forward, it's a bit of banter, a bit of love. Thank you for the comments. Big up to everyone locked in. On the Assemble says, "Remember, Liverpool have dominated Europe and England at the same time, so respect is due to Liverpool." Yeah, I agree. We got to respect Liverpool and what he's done. To be honest, to be fair to Onime, that's the one team he speaks positive about. Everyone else, he starts talking in polite terms, trash. But he is a Liverpool fan at heart, to be honest, because he shakes his butt. Onime, from what you're seeing at my club, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm pissed off. You kind of talked about it. I watched this brother who at my local Romford goals that I saw in the summer. Do you know what I mean? Doing a little one-to-one with his coach. Yeah. Score an overhead kick at my Tottenham have lost 5 games this season. And let me be real, if we win our game, bro, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm not happy with Postecoglou. I love the ball. I do like having possession football. I think it's better for the players. I don't like sitting back and waiting to hit teams on the counter. I do enjoy the football. What I'm not enjoying, bro, is the losing. We've lost 5 games. We're on course to losing 19 games. Now, for me, I was on lastminute.com, bro. I'm not going to lie. Last week, I was on lastminute.com. I was checking out prices for Qantas Airlines to send this brother back to Melbourne. And simply because I just wasn't happy with the amount of games that we've lost. I also think that maybe he's doing a U-turn. Maybe he's given up on the league and he's focusing on the trophies. Now, before you say, but Dej, I thought you don't like the trophies, I don't. But if we were to do the treble, which is what I think he's trying to do, that is a respectable season. To win the Europa League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup, nobody can knock Tottenham for that. To go from 0 to hero overnight would be an impressive feat. Even to do the double would be an impressive feat. What I won't do is shake my bum for finishing below 10th with a Carabao Cup. That, to me, is relegation material fodder. I will not be accepting that kind of rubbish from my club this season. So, on the mayor, from an outside looking in, am I overreacting? I've actually asked for him to leave. And partly because if you can't motivate your team when they're 2-0 up against Brighton, you can't motivate your team to be a Crystal Palace team that hadn't won a game all season. If you can't motivate your team to be an Ipswich team that hadn't won a single game in the Prem all season, and we're out here acting like we're Tinkerbell, giving out W's like confetti, are you in agreement with me that maybe he's not got the minerals to take Tottenham to the promised land? Am I overreacting? I don't know how Arsenal fans were able to stay with Arteta, finishing 8th in the second season, because I can tell you now, I'll be wanting this brother gone if that ever happened at my club, 8th with no trophy, because I have standards. Ollie, I just want to get your view, man. You're the outside looking in.
For me, I just feel like I don't know what you guys are expecting down at Spurs, right? I do know that you should be expecting to be, top 16, try and sneak into that Champions League, right? Because you've done it for a couple of seasons, you played in the Champions League final, things were different then. Pochettino was there, right? But right now, that top 4 is now becoming very, very difficult to get into. So I will put the question to you. For me, anyway, I would say a lot of your fans, and I know you would say no, but a lot of your fans will take. I know you mentioned the treble, but let's be real. A lot of your fans will take a Carabao.
Let us be real. Let us be real.
A lot of your fans will take a Carabao Cup and finishing 5th. Right now, they'll snap your hand off.
I don't think Tottenham are finishing.
A lot of your fans will take a Carabao Cup right now.
I think they would.
A Wembley Day out, a Carabao Cup, and finishing 5th. They will snap your hand off.
But the problem is, bro, we're not finishing 5th, so we're more likely.
Would you take finishing 5th and a Carabao Cup? Would you take that?
Yes, I
be honest.
Let me
tell you. Honesty. You guys heard it here first. Deji was honest for the first time. He would take a Carabao Cup and finishing 5th.
I'm not happy with it though.
But you take it.
But can I also tell you this though? Finishing 5th with the Carabao Cup is not progression. For me, it's a sideward step.
Bro, the last time you won a trophy was 2008.
Bro, I don't stop doing the history thing. I don't like it.
Okay, let's not do the history thing.
I don't like it.
But you want trophies, right? You want trophies. So
go on. I'm joking.
You want trophies, so it's fair enough.
Go ahead and do the history thing.
No, you want trophies, so it's fair enough to kind of say, the last time you did it. So you put into perspective how realistic it is for you to get one.
Bro. The Carabao Cup is a dusty trophy. I'm not airing that.
Still a trophy.
We just talked before the show started.
The way you man took it serious.
Is the Nations League a good trophy to win? We just talked about it literally at the beginning of the show. We agreed that the Nations League is a waste of time. The Carabao Cup is a waste of time. Why would I shake my bum for that? Please.
Let me tell you why you should shake your bum. The way you man took it serious. You heard Man City's playing their under 18s, and you man's absolutely tried to.
We had a younger team than you, bro. Your average age was 26. Our average age, bro, we did. And I think
name one youth team player you played. Name one youth team player you played.
Bro, our players were younger than yours, bro.
Name one youth team player you played in that game.
Archie Gray's 18.
Okay, Archie Gray. Did he start?
18. Mikey Moore is. Bro, look.
Did they start?
You're speaking facts, bro. I'm speaking. Didn't you have Gundogan? Did you not have Gundogan?
Did they start?
Who?
Okay, fair enough. You know what? I'm wrong in that one. I put my hand up. I'm a big man to say I'm wrong when I'm wrong. Deji, you're right. No problem.
Our team was younger than yours, bro.
Fine, fair enough.
Let's not do that.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. But you would take 5th and you take 5th and get a Carabao Cup. Now my thing is a sideward step. Whatever kind of step it is, Deji, you will be there at Wembley on a sunny day and you will be watching your team and you will be celebrating that kind of Carabao Cup if you win it, right?
I won't lie to you.
My thing is you can't start to name Undogi as a 23-year-old. Undogi is a first team player that got knocked by Sabino, but it's fine.
Bro, you said age. He's a young.
But you can't be naming a doggy. You can't be naming a doggy, bruv. Archie Gray and then people there. I can Mickey Mouse, and I can agree with. You can't be naming a doggy, bro. Doggy is an established first team player.
No Van der Vin's at 22, yeah, 22, 21.
You can't be naming that guy as a. That's what is that why your age was lower because your first team players are young? Is that why your age was lower? I'm talking about we played kids. We played baby
kids.
them.
You were 26
Anyway,
so much
that's by the by. That's by the by, right? That's by the by. For me, I think for the standard where you are, is there a better manager to come and manage you right now?
I want to know your first and foremost. I take issue with the word standard. I just want you to just say what you think.
For the club Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur, right? No Champions League and whatnot, right? You cannot attract the elite manager that you want to attract, right? So I think that is the best manager right now for you.
We are part of the Big Six. We were paying Mourinho the same wages you were paying Pep. That's levels.
That's levels. That's great. And you also sacked Mourinho before a cup final.
Yeah, because he was dustier than Tutankhamun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But it would have won the cup for you. It would have had a chance at least. It was against City, but it would have had a chance.
I don't think so. I think Tottenham had lost morale under him. He had taken
but he got you to the. He was there at the cup final. He was ready to battle one last dance at the cup final.
I think Postecoglou is more likely to win a trophy than Mourinho with Spurs.
Anyway, Spurs for me, I just feel like they just up and down. It's too up and down. You don't know what Spurs is going to turn up. It's just up and down. Like they'll come and they'll win 5-2, and in the next game they'll lose 3-0 to a lesser team. So it's just up and down. There's not really any they don't have any consistency in what they're trying to do. Their pattern of play, and it seems like they believe it when it's working. And then when something goes, see, I knew it wasn't gonna work. I knew it. That's what it gives me. When it's working, they're like, oh yeah, we'll love it. But the minute a team challenges them and it's not working, they go, see, I knew this wasn't gonna work, man. I said it. It's like the players talking amongst themselves to say, I said it, but I did not tell you. I told you. Because when you're in training and stuff, and it's all nice, you're playing against mannequins and stuff, and standing defenders that don't move and whatnot. It looks great. Do you mean when you turn up for the games and you start sharp and you start fast and it works? They go, yeah, we're on it. Right? The minute it doesn't work, and even the fans, they get it from the fans as well. The fans' energy tells them. The fans are kind of expecting.
I mean, I know it's hard for you because you've been under Pep, so there's a certain privilege that you have, and it oozes in the way that you talk.
We do.
That you were as rich as Elon Musk, we wouldn't hear the end of it. But anyway, I'm joking. The inconsistencies mean he has to go, right? Or do you think we should just hang in there?
I don't think he has to go. If you say he has to go, then what's out there right now? You got to look at the market.
I would take Areola from Bournemouth.
Yeah, but would Areola take you? Is that his next step?
Are you smoking Bridget Benton?
Is that would he leave Brighton to come to you?
He's at Bournemouth, bro.
Oh, Bournemouth, the Bournemouth manager. The Bournemouth manager. Okay.
Yeah, he's at Bournemouth.
I thought you were talking about the Brighton guy. Okay, the Bournemouth. Yeah, I can. Okay.
And he got Solanke to score 19 goals, so he knows how to. He can find a system that works for Solanke. So I think it's a no-brainer. Plus, I think Bournemouth, when you look at it, they've probably, along with Liverpool, play the best football in the league. Semenya is a different kettle of fish.
They're cooking down at Bournemouth.
He brings Semenya over. We'll take him in a heartbeat.
They played against a tired Man City, but they're cooking.
They slapped you, man. They slapped Arsenal. You get me?
They played against a tired Man City, but they're cooking. Yeah.
They outplayed Chelsea. I knew they were going to give you a good game because they outplayed Chelsea. They slapped Arsenal. Slapped you, man. It's not a problem. You know what I mean? Like I think.
Let me ask you a genuine question. Let me ask you a genuine question though. Do you think, and this is not me just saying it from a City point of view, right? But do you not think that the fixtures, the congested fixtures, is catching up with the bigger teams, and we're seeing a tired. The bigger teams are tired, and the smaller teams are obviously because they were rested and they've had their summer breaks and whatnot. You're seeing the smaller teams,
I think
Do you understand what I'm saying?
and they're not robots. That does have a part to play. But that's what it is. But I would say Liverpool a couple seasons ago managed to get to 4 finals. They lost to you guys by, I think, a point. They won the FA Cup, they won the Carabao Cup, and they got to the Champions League final. So it can happen. You know what I mean?
And after that season, Liverpool fell off.
Yeah,
you know, after that season they fell off because they were absolutely on their knees, you know, and you just seen the rise of Liverpool again now. And obviously those players that did that, the Fabinhos and stuff, they're gone. You know what I mean? The old tired legs, the Milners and stuff, they're gone. So they've kind of changed their team around a bit, you know. So they fell off after that season. But I just think I'm watching my team now and I'm thinking these players are tired. They're tired.
They're probably who? The Spurs players?
No, our players, Man City players, we're tired. Yeah. I can see the tired performances.
But bro, I mean, it's not new though. Maybe the only
it's not new, but bro, they finished last season. And basically when the new season was starting, we had players that played last week. Yeah. And the new season was about to start. And our players played last week. They were finishing off their internationals. Rodri that went to the final, you know, England that went to the final. We had 5 players there. They're finishing off last week, and the new season is about to start. And what Pep does is like, oh yeah, they can come back whenever they want to come back. Now, what that does to a player, when I used to play, if a manager tells me, oh yeah, you can take your break now, you can come back whenever you want to come back, I'm thinking, is he tricking me? Is that a trick? Can I really come back when I want to come back? You know what? Nah, I'm a good egg. You know what, Gaffer? I'm good. I can come back in 2 weeks and the players come too early. Rather than actually set a time to say, no, you take 3 weeks and you come in 3 weeks. So we had players strolling in after 2 weeks or the next week or whatnot. They're tired. And what you're seeing now is a result of that and the injuries you're seeing now. Because what your legs feel like, your legs actually feel like jelly. It feels like there's no muscle in your legs anymore. Do you understand? When you're that tired. And what that does is, boop, a little pull, boop, a little tweak, boop, a little something, little niggle here and there. And our players are getting injured. Our players are getting injured, not on impact. Obviously, Roger on impact and whatnot. But a lot of our players are getting injured 48 hours after the game is done, and they're reporting back injured. Yeah. Oh yeah, I woke up this morning and I pulled my hamstring just getting out of bed. Oh yeah, I was cooking and I cut my fingernail. Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree. I do think that there is the overplaying definitely has a part to play, but you know, it's the nature of the beast at the top, and I think the leagues have to look at that. I just want to answer a couple of questions in the chat if you don't mind. So David asked us, Dej, do you still predict Spurs to lose 17, 18 games? Well, I said 19. We are on course to losing 19 games this season. I didn't stutter.
You won't lose 19
The only
games.
thing is that I do think that Postecoglou might just be doing Russian roulette here, which is literally putting all these eggs in the cup competition basket, which means that I'm going to be bored out of my whittles in the Premier League. In fact, I think I went as far as to say I'm not really going to be doing many Premier League watch-alongs. I might as well just reserve my watch-alongs for the cup games, since Spurs are pretty much nailed on guaranteed to be doing now you see me, now you don't in terms of Premier League fixtures. I don't know what Tottenham team is turning up this weekend, but I don't care either. And then David R says here, Lawless unloaded just literally 5 minutes ago, says he wants the ball. Now, let me tell you, West Ham is one of the worst teams I've ever seen in my life. I went to watch Tottenham live at the West Ham Stadium.
I'm sorry, Bournemouth manager is not moving from Bournemouth to West Ham, mate. You got more of a chance of him moving from Bournemouth to Spurs. He's not moving from Bournemouth to West Ham. Sorry.
West Ham is whack. I swear down, they deserve to be in the Championship. I think Wrexham is better than West Ham, in my opinion. And then the Assemble says the Fulham manager would fit like a god. I've always liked Marco Silva. Again, he's someone.
Yeah, that's another manager. That's another manager.
I like him, and I even like the way Fulham are playing right now. I don't see Tottenham beating Fulham. That's how much I don't trust Postecoglou at the moment. So for me, Marco Silva, I've been calling him for my club for a minute, but I think I would go Areola over Marco simply because I've seen what Areola can do with Solanke. I'm not sure whether Marco can do it. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, big up to everyone locked in, locked on. Bro, before we wrap up, predictions for the weekend and then your predictions for your club for the rest of the season.
Can I see you guys scoring? Can I see you guys scoring? This will determine my prediction. Can I see you guys scoring?
Never stop Spurs scoring, apart from last season. You can't stop.
Say again?
We always score past you. That one we always do.
Yeah. Can I see a clean sheet for us? This is the problem.
This Jay
I'm
Green.
gonna beat my chest. I'm gonna beat my chest and I'm gonna beat my chest. I'm gonna beat my chest and say 3-0 City.
David said
I'm extremely confident at home.
I do soccer 6. I don't see Tottenham scoring. I don't see it. Son has been off form. I mean, I said sell Son in the summer.
Son is not even fit, is he? He's not even fit, is he? Is he fit?
I think he's fit for the game. But you, man, the thing with you, man, is Tottenham can take their kids to the Etihad and get a result. You guys are just strange. I'm not saying that Tottenham are going to go on and have a good season, but we do get these odd results that nobody sees coming.
It's not this weekend. It's not this weekend.
3-0, but stranger things have happened in football. Saka's older brother's predicting a 1-1 draw. It's
Saka's older brother didn't tell me why I play football on a Saturday. You back here predicting.
No, everyone's going with a City win. That is the obvious thing to do. But Spurs slapped up City in the Carabao. They'll be feeling confident from that. And City, look, I don't trust Tottenham. I'm expecting
you can't say they'll be feeling confident from that. They'll be feeling as they are feeling from their last game. Pretty much, you're only as good as your last game. In the last game,
you guys have been dusty in the last 4 games.
Okay then, but guess what? At the Etihad, we're a different monster.
Okay, no problem. Well, I hope for your sake, Onamer's predicted a 3-0 City win. I predicted a 3-0 City win. I'm not expecting Tottenham to do anything this weekend against a City team without our centre backs, but we do have Dragushin.
Wait, Vermaelen. What's your centre back? What's his name? Vermaelen.
Dragushin.
No, not Dragushin. What's the quick one? Left footer.
Van de Ven.
That's the way. He's not playing.
No, he's not playing.
God, I thank you.
Yeah, no Van de Ven, no Romero.
No Romero. Why? No. What happened to Romero?
He picked up an injury before the international break, to be fair. It's a disaster. But, bro, I don't know why you're laughing. We had Emerson Royale and Ben Davis last season.
Bruh. Listen, Van der Ven not playing, Romero not playing. Humans are getting tanked, bruv. Trust me. When you walk into that stadium, you will see.
David R says Spurs can't lose to Plymouth. Bro, do you know what it is, David? Do you know what? I need this whole Postecoglou saga to get done with. I don't know if.
But you guys were happy with him, though. I don't understand it.
Bro, if Tottenham takes 6 L's, which is what is likely this weekend, we are relegation fodder. Relegation fodder, bro. I legitly, he could take us. He could sink us. He could sink the ship if he doesn't. Bro, 6 L's in the 12 matches.
6 losses in 12 matches.
This weekend is 6 L's in 12.
You know, a championship winning team only loses 3
or 4 games. I know
3 or 4 games, 2 games sometimes.
We've taken 5 L's. We can't finish top 4.
Yeah, and it's starting to get like that. Like the top 4 teams can't lose 6 games either. You know what I mean? Teams that are finishing 3rd and 4th cannot afford to lose 6 or 7 games. They're not losing 6 or 7 games. So you're pretty much ruling yourself out of the, because the problem is with losing that many games this early is you're still going to lose more.
Exactly, bro. That's why I said Tottenham's on course to losing 19 games. We're on course.
They're not going to lose 19 games. They're on course to lose maybe
15.
Bruh, you know what? You're not too far from the truth, you know. Because I can easily see another 5 defeats. which is
Easy.
that takes you to 10.
Easy.
I can easily see another 5 defeats. 5 defeats in 27 games.
So can you
6
see?
defeats in 20.
Can you
Ooh.
see why? Can you see why I'm not happy with the manager now? Because for me,
Yeah,
even if,
you cannot lose. You cannot. I didn't even know they looked at many games. You cannot lose 5 in 12.
you're understanding me on them. It's not that I'm
That's
trying to be
poor.
bad man. I'm not trying to be bad man. I do like Postecoglou, but you can't be taking L after L after L.
Let me tell you what Postman is doing. Let me tell you what Postman is doing. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to cheat you, mans. Watch out. He's trying to cheat you, mans. He's trying to lose all these games or whatever he's doing, yeah. But he's trying to blind you with a Carabao Cup and he goes, see, I'm a manager that won a trophy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking that.
That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do. That's why he's moving mad on the Carabao and them things there. He's trying to do something. He's trying to do something like that. He's like, he can't cope with the Premier League, the demands of the Premier League. So he's thinking, you know what? Them one-off games, I'm gonna play my best team.
That's what he's gonna do, bro. He's
trying to cheat you guys. Don't have it.
On the man. That's why when you were saying earlier, would you take 5th and a Carabao? I was like, yeah, but I didn't get the chance to contextualize it.
No, now that I deep it, I see what he's trying to do.
Tottenham ain't finishing top 10 at this rate. And the killer of killers, Romero's injured, Van der Ven's injured. We don't know if these men are coming back before Christmas. We've got Fulham and Bournemouth. Come on, man. So legitly, we could have
that's potentially 2 defeats. Fulham and Bournemouth.
So we could have 8 defeats in 13 games, something like that.
That's poor, bro. That's poor.
The only thing saving Tottenham, and big up to my guy here that says Deji's speaking some facts. Who said it here? Someone says Deji talking sense, David R. But you know what? Do you know what is saving my club? You want to know what's saving my club though?
No.
We're not drawing matches. So even if we take 8 defeats, because we're not really drawing, we'll be around 14th, 15th.
Right. So if so you're winning game, you're winning. So those ones are like 3 points when you take a defeat and stuff. So if you was drawing those games that you're winning, it'll be
It'll be worse.
Bro.
So I'm just saying, bro. And for me, Saka's older brother says Fulham are cooking so. Bro, I've already got
Saka's older brother. He's still not telling me why I play football on a Saturday, so I'm not listening to you. Anyway, I want to talk about Chelsea and Arsenal quickly before we go. Right, I've been singing Chelsea's praises in Football Band's show. Right, I think they are in.
You've been smoking the Budgie Banton. Because I don't know how
I've been singing their praises. The reason I've been singing their praises is they're scoring a lot of goals. You know, they're scoring a lot of goals. Yes, the defense is leaky. The keeper is a basket that can't hold water, obviously. But they're outscoring a lot of teams and they're scoring the small teams as well. So with that, look at where they are in the league because they got to go in them. You understand? Now they are in that early stages of the rebuild where they're going to outscore teams. You mean their games are going to be exciting to watch because it's just going to be back and forth. Oh, you score, I will score as well. You score, we'll score. You score, we'll score, and we'll score one more. You understand? That's what they're doing. You understand? And that's why they kind of are dangerous a little bit. I knew they were going to score at United. I knew they were going to score at Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool had scored them on that day, but they've got goals in them. That makes them dangerous. Now, yeah. I think in terms of Arsenal, I think they are just they're hungover from chasing City 2 years in a row. That's what City does. That's what City do to you.
Can I just be real? I said that at the end of last season. I said it on a show called 12th Man with Dan Potts, and it was with Lee Judges. And they asked me, what do you think is going to happen to Arsenal next season? And I said, I'm not sure Arsenal would finish top 4. I said, I don't see Arsenal finishing in the top 4 simply because to finish second twice, the hangover, the impact on fatigue mentally, and I got laughed at. In fact, I got poo-pooed. Now everyone's raising this point. I raised this point in May of this year, and now we're seeing it come to play. And they didn't freshen it up with
and what they and like you said, there's still more games they're going to drop points and lose.
But I'm not here. I think Chelsea are crap as well, bro. I can't even lie to you.
I think Chelsea will finish above Arsenal.
Wow.
I think Chelsea finish above Arsenal.
I've not actually considered that.
I had Chelsea in my top 4 at the beginning of the season. I think Chelsea are going to finish above Arsenal. Just because they're more fluent, they're scoring goals. And the thing with Chelsea is they've got so many players that even when they have injuries, for example, they still kind of have like a known name coming to replace that player, if that makes sense. Not like a youth team player or anything like that. They still got the Balashare or whatever they call them that are not playing, that if they got injury crisis, their mans will come in and you feel like, oh yeah, these are first team players anyway. And they are. Do you know what I mean? So they still got names that comes in. I mean, these guys got Felix not even playing in the Premier League right now. Modric not playing in the Premier League. Do you understand? So when they have injuries, those guys will come in and just do a supply teacher job.
I'm not. I just think the only thing I would say, bro. One thing I love about the Prem, and I'm not using Jay Green's lines. Jay Green says he sees Chelsea finishing 8th. I also agree with that.
No chance.
No, let me tell you what.
No chance.
Every team in the Prem is going to go through their barren period. You're going through yours. Arsenal going through theirs. Tottenham is going to be in theirs for a minute, and Liverpool are yet to go in theirs. Liverpool will. The measure will be how long Chelsea are under their rot and whether Maresca can turn it round. So far, he's not performed against any of the big teams. And when Cole Palmer catches a cold and does, I was cold, I was naked. Were you there? Were you there? I was cold, I was naked. Were you there? When he does that, they go missing, bro. And I can see it's getting cold out there. I don't know if you've noticed. It's like -1 in London today.
I live in Manchester now. It's snowing in Manchester.
Well, so you know, and Cole Palmer shivering my timbers. He ain't built for weather like this. So I'm not sure we're gonna see Chelsea. And if he's not clicking, Chelsea don't click. So I wouldn't. I see a Newcastle. I see Nottingham Forest. I see Villa finishing above Chelsea this season.
Newcastle not finishing. Newcastle too inconsistent as well. They're too inconsistent.
They're
too inconsistent. They've been inconsistent since they had that money. They're still inconsistent as anything. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not. You can't be calling Nottingham Forest to finish above Chelsea. Like you're taking it too far, right? I know they're on the high right now, but they're not finishing above Chelsea. Newcastle, they're too inconsistent, right? Villa are there. Do you understand? Villa are there. You know what I mean? I can actually see Villa. You're finishing the usual position. They'll finish in top 4. You know, they'll probably finish 3rd. You know, if any team finishes above Man City, they win the league. That's all I'm saying.
I had Tottenham to finish 3rd.
No chance.
I'm not budging from it because I said it before the season started. And even if Tottenham finished 3rd, I'm not gonna lie, I had written it off and I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can know is the treble. Can we just finish on that actually, just briefly? Let me just get a couple of the comments up. Jay Green's in the building. So no man has said that he thinks that you've been on the Budgie Banton, and I definitely think that you've been on the Budgie Banton as well.
Chelsea, I think they're talking about you. They're talking about you more like.
Well, can you confirm who you're talking about? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on him there because he's not been fully coherent this evening. Just kidding. Neil Gunner says Chelsea have no consistency. You will see when you need a starting 11 with rhythm. I agree. Jay Green says, Deji, if Arsenal finished 4th and no trophy, but you finished 12th and a League Cup, who had a better season?
Oh, that's a good question.
Arsenal would have had a better season.
Nah.
No.
Why? Why? Because they get to play Champions League next season.
Can I tell you this? By Deji standards, Arsenal had the better season. But by Arsenal standards, Spurs have had the better season. By Spurs majority fan base standards, Spurs would have had the better season. But by my standards, Arsenal would have had the better season, and I would be
well explained. And I think by the general public standard, Spurs would have had the better season because you got a trophy, You finished 12. Nobody's expecting you to finish top 4 anyway, right? Nobody's expecting you to finish top 4. Top 4 consists of Man City, Liverpool, Villa, and the fourth to be confirmed, which I will confirm as Chelsea. You understand? So then you have Arsenal. Then you have Arsenal finishing 5th. Spurs are not. Spurs is not in that. Spurs is not in that club anymore. They're not in that club anymore. You got to be realistic with that. They're not in that club anymore.
Can I just say this one thing? Although I've written off Spurs' chances, yeah, and let me just U-turn slightly. The one thing going for Tottenham is the fact that everyone has been rubbish. Had Tottenham beaten Ipswich 1-0, we would have been having this conversation with Spurs being 3rd. Can you imagine? That is the truth. So as much as I'm giving this kind of doomsday scenario at my club, if you actually do the numbers ain't that bad. If Tottenham win 3 games in a row with the way things are going, they're top 4. My issue is we would have taken 6 L's and been top 4. It's not legit. Like I don't want to be there because everyone else is crap. I want to be there because we're legit. And right now, what I'm disappointed with my club is Tottenham could still finish 3rd, but we would have taken 7 or 8 losses to get there. That's rubbish. That's rubbish for me. But we could right now. Whoever Tottenham could finish 3rd, one draw, maybe even 10 L's, and we can still finish 3rd because everyone's been poor. Everybody. Arsenal got more L's to take. Chelsea got more L's to take. Do you know what I mean? You guys ain't really cooking. You know what I mean? Liverpool the only one. So for me, I don't know. So I'm not.
It's 11 games. It's 11 games. A lot of things are gonna happen. Like according to Pep's famous words, a lot of things are gonna happen. It's 11 games. You know, it's 11 games. We still got to play Liverpool twice. You know what I mean? A lot of things are gonna happen. Liverpool still got to go to Newcastle, which is like that stadium there, boy. Yeah.
There's more points, bro.
It's a lot of games, man. It's 11 games. Like, really? I remember when back in the days, Premier League, you didn't really look at, not even Premier League, any league, you didn't really look at the table until 10 games.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of games to play. Let's chill a little bit.
And big up to everyone locked on. Jay Greens makes a good point. He says next 3 games will determine Spurs' season. I agree. If we take 3 L's, I swear down.
Who's the next 3?
We got you away, home to Fulham, away to Bournemouth, and we've got injuries. If we had our full team, I think we could do something. With the team that we're putting out this weekend, we're getting. I can tell you now, right? You're gonna lose against City. You're probably going to beat Fulham at home, and you're gonna draw against Bournemouth. I don't think so. I think we take 3 L's. I'm not being negative. I just don't trust my club. We didn't turn up against Ipswich at home. How are we beating Fulham? We didn't turn up against Crystal Palace. Both these teams were low on confidence.
It's a good time to play you guys. It's a good time to play you guys, to be honest. It's a good time to play.
It's looking long. But, we'll see. But if Chelsea fix their defensive problem, if Chelsea sort out their goalkeeper in Jan and fix their defense, they'll get top 4.
I think that's a great shout. Keller going to them would be a fit like a glove.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll be a fit like a glove.
Cap and pants, you already know, man. Like I did the blueprint a couple weeks ago where I looked at the next 4 games with the Mandem, and the Mandem were talking about 6, 7 points, 8 points, and I said 3 points. And we had Villa, City, Ipswich, and Fulham, and I thought we were going to beat Ipswich, and we lost. I'm expecting 3 points, and I'm going to tell those panelists, I told you so. I'm not trying to be negative, man, but Postecoglou is focusing.
Oh, you got to be realistic. You got to be realistic. If I'm being realistic about my club right now, the only thing I can say is we're tired. That's all I can say. We're tired.
Oh, can you not see with your eyes that maybe Spurs could do the trouble?
No, I can't see it. I can't see it.
Is it because you're on the? Because bro, Europa
even the Carabao Cup that you guys won so much.
Carabao Cup is light work. Why
If
not?
Carabao Cup is not light work, you still got Liverpool in there, bro.
Yeah.
you still got.
Liverpool.
You still got. Have you not noticed? Have you not noticed what Liverpool's been doing the past few years? Any competition that City's not in, they're bidding for it. They're like, yeah, we'll take that one. Yeah, we'll take that one. That's what other clubs are not doing. So they stay relevant with winning all these trophies still. You understand? That's what other clubs are not doing. Other clubs are going, oh yeah, we want the big thing. Want the big. The big thing only belongs to the elite. You understand? You can't get the big thing like that. So, but so they're not chasing this one. So that's why Postecoglou is clocked on it now, and he's going, hang on a second. If I win the trophy here, I go down as one of their good managers. You mean? So you know what? In the last 2 years, I've not even qualified for. You know what? This season, I want a trophy at all costs. He wants a trophy. That's what he wants, a trophy at all costs.
Carabao Cup and below fifth in the Prem is a poor season for me. That's what I'm saying. And I can see that happening. He's given up on the league already.
Yeah,
I think he lose his job for that fact. Because for me, league performance has to be up there so that we can be. No one's going to respect Tottenham for finishing 12th with a treble. No one. No one's respecting
they're
it.
not.
That's
They can't finish 12th with a treble, but you can't be that demoralized finishing 12 and be expecting to be just performing so high in the cup games. No, that's not going to happen. The performances are going to mirror each other. So if you're finishing 12, that means that confidence is low and you're playing absolutely crap and shit to be there. So you're not going to be turning up in these European games and these Carling Cup games and just turning into magic Spurs. Does that make sense? It has to kind of match. It has to kind of match each other, you know.
bro. For me, for Postecoglou to keep his job right now, he has to show me that we're about to win the treble. If Arsenal were to win the league, which ain't happening, and Spurs do the treble, I would say that our seasons were on par.
How many games have
Would you
Arsenal
agree?
lost right now?
Would you? Arsenal have lost about 3 games, I think.
Two. I think it was two.
2 games. But would you say that would be on par? Arsenal to win the league, which they're not going to do, and Tottenham to win the treble. We would equal each other out, yeah? Fair?
Nah, they got the big thing.
Yeah.
The big thing. The big thing is always going to count. You can't equal that to three little small things. The big thing is the big thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. And I'll just say one last thing, the Assembles comment. Deji, when Spurs lose the Carabao Cup, what's your verdict? Bro, the Assemble, you already know. Someone's getting fly kicked in the back of their beam.
Who they play next?
Who?
Who they play next in Carabao Cup?
We got Man United. Manchester Piccadilly. And Amarin.
You're gonna lose that, you know.
Slap them.
You're gonna, if it was Ten Hag that was still there, then maybe. But I can't see you winning that, you know.
That team
Who's playing at home? Who's playing at home?
Spurs. That team is stiff, bro. I don't give a damn.
He's stiff. He's very stiff. I can't lie. He's very stiff. From when Johnny Evans came back last season, and he thought, okay, I'm coming back. I'm gonna, I'll get my tea in halftime, get a cup of tea and all that stuff, sit on the bench and relax. And my man played over 30-something games and got a new contract.
How is he running with Brennan Johnson? It's not gonna happen, bro. Get him out of my face, man. Johnny Evans is a legend. You know, he should be coaching with Michael Carrick. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see Amarin with that stiff squad doing anything against Spurs. And he's allowed to, because he's going to say they're stiff, they're not my players. So I can't see it happening. Should Tottenham get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, I think we're done for one of the worst.
Well, you're gonna have a Man United team where players are playing for their contracts and players playing for their livelihood now. So they're gonna try. It always happens in a new manager bounce. It always happens. You know this. Players are not certain anymore. Everybody knows, you know what? This could be the end for me at Man United. This new manager's coming. They're gonna back him. He's gonna be here for a long time now. This could be the end. So let me put my best foot forward. So at least I can be a squad player when he brings his players in. So they're gonna try. The players are gonna try.
Yeah, I mean, we will see. But stranger things have happened in football. But anyway, big up to you, man. Thank you for coming through. Big up to everyone that's locked on. Son is fit for the game this weekend. But let me be real. My advice to Spurs fans is this. Look, I would play City every week, regardless of whether it's the Cup or the Prem. However, I've lost confidence in this team. I'm not expecting them to do anything this
You
weekend.
just said you play City every week,
Real
bro.
possibility of losing 6 out of our first 12. For me, that's relegation fodder. On that kind of ratio, I would want Postecoglou out. Not because he's not a nice man, he's a great man, but I just think that kind of form is there's only one way. We've hit the Titanic and water's coming in from the bottom. I want to get on a life raft and we have an opportunity to get a boat. If not, we might as well join the violin trio that was on the boat.
Hey, you can always have a jack. You can always be a rose and have a jack that saves you with a door.
Well, Jack stood frozen. Jack did a cold palmer and stood there as cold and naked. And then when he froze to death, he sank to the bottom of the ocean. We don't want that at our club. But anyway, we will find out. Oliver, big up to you. I hope for your sake that your club wins the league. Because if not,
listen, we've won 4 in a row, man.
I actually think you man have come to the end of the road, you know, like boys to men.
If we don't listen, if we don't win it this season, we get the Champions League and we get the league next year. Not a problem. We're good. We're gonna get trophies. We're not listen, Pep is not going trophyless in his time at City again. Apart from his first season when he had man like Sanya and then Mande, right? Yeah. When he had to change the team around, he had Otamendi and then Mande when he had to change the team around. Pep is not going trophyless in any other season that has been here. So you pick which trophy we win this season, but we're winning something. And that's a guarantee. Rather than you tell me about we've not won a trophy since 2008, we're going to win the treble. Dude, go to Sainsbury's. I keep telling you this. Go to Sainsbury's and buy yourself a teacup. That is your best chance of getting a cup. Get a teacup in Sainsbury's. You know what? Better still, Christmas is coming. I know somebody's going to wrap up a mug for you. Someone has to. You know what? Give me your address. I'll send you a mug, bruv. Let's call it that. Because you're not treble, bruh. I rest my case.
If Tottenham were to finish 15th and win the FA and Carabao Cup, would that become yes, provided that Arsenal don't win the league?
Arsenal not winning the league. So if you want to take that, finishing 15th, and you know that's a great season. Finishing 15th and winning 2 trophies. That's a great season. That's an amazing season.
So, but we'll see. We'll see. Big up on the man.
I swear if you win the FA Cup, you go to this brother on has to be humbled.
It's not Champions League. It's not Champions League. We get Europa League.
You got Europa League, yeah.
Which is equivalent to finishing 5th. That's why I would take it. But I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy with it, my bro. But I would
let me address this brother Ornament needs to be humbled. I'm a very humble guy, but you know what it is? When we talk football, we got to say it with our chests. It's not a humility sign. You just got to back your team and say it with your chest. Do you understand? You had a show last season, did you? Say it with your chest. Do you understand? So we just got to say it with our chest. And obviously, you know, who's got more chest than us right now, to be honest. So that's just all it is, man. I'm a very humble guy in real life. It's not even. Don't take it too deep when we go back and forth over here. Right? It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, big up. And Angus, don't be chatting about my club. Your club is in the mess, and I'll be dealing with you, man. Hopefully tomorrow on another show. But everyone, thank you for tuning in. Please smash a like. And Onomir, thank you for joining as usual. And you know what? Let's be cordial. Let's have even a 5-minute catch up where one of us says, I told you so. But you can't really tell me that you told me so because I predicted a City win. But should Tottenham win, I will be telling you that that's what we do because that's what we do.
But then you can't say you told me. But then you can't say you told me so because you didn't tell me so. So you're able saying the chest and telling me so.
I did say Tottenham's your bogey team, though. That I did tell you. And I did say it's not uncommon that Tottenham could go and get a result against you guys.
But let me ask you something though. Real talk. Bogey team. Fine, fair enough over the years. When it mattered the most last season, why did you guys not bogey us? Is it because you wanted Arsenal to not win the league, or what was it?
Bro, we've been in a poor vein of form.
No, I'm talking about last season when we won 2-0 at your home.
We were in a poor vein of form, bro. We were losing. That just continued. We were in a bad run, and that was just part of the bad run.
Oh, fair enough.
So yeah, that's how I see it. But big up Olsen in the building. Droopy chest with no bra ain't a good look. So John just saying you got to come with the chest. Yeah, big up. Big up everyone. Thank you very much for being here, and we are out.
Peace.